Your spiritual awakening happens without your permission. What if I told you that one of the most profound experiences of your life has nothing to do with your plans? That a spiritual awakening isn't always something you can schedule, prepare for, or even invite in. It's not a course you can sign up for, a book you can master, or a 5-step plan to execute. What if, for many of us, it's a force of nature that seems to choose us? A quiet, and sometimes thunderous, shift that arrives on its own schedule, often without our consent, and almost certainly when we least expect it. It's a journey where you don't hold the map. In fact, you're not even sure you're in the driver's seat. For so many, the spiritual path doesn't begin with a conscious choice. It begins with a deep, unsettling feeling that the life you've been living is somehow off. It begins with a sudden, involuntary system crash, and it can feel like you have absolutely no say in the matter. Section 1. The personal problem, my own unexpected awakening. I remember my own moment, and it wasn't peaceful. There were no angel choirs or blissful states of meditation. It was the opposite. I was in a period of my life that just felt gray. I was going through the motions: work, eat, sleep, repeat. I had everything I was told I should want, but this profound emptiness had crept in. It was less of a dramatic crisis and more of a slow, dull ache of meaninglessness. Then, one ordinary Tuesday, something just broke. It wasn't one single event, but more like an internal dam bursting. Decades of suppressed emotions, unasked questions, and this deep-seated feeling that I was just an actor in my own life came rushing to the surface. It was messy, it was confusing, and honestly, it was deeply isolating. I felt completely lost, like the person I thought I was had dissolved overnight, leaving a total stranger in his place. My first reaction wasn't acceptance, it was pure resistance. I tried to logic my way out of it. I tried to rationalize the anxiety, the incredibly vivid dreams, the sudden, overwhelming empathy that would leave me in tears over a stranger's story. I desperately tried to put the old pieces of me back together, but they just didn't fit anymore. The unsettling truth was this: something was happening to me, and I couldn't stop it. It felt like being on a raft with no oars, carried by a current I couldn't see. This wasn't a journey I had chosen. It felt like a journey that had chosen me. Section 2. The core concept, an uninvited awakening. This is the raw side of spiritual awakening. We rarely discuss. We love the idea of being in control, of being the architect of our own growth. And while many people do find their path through intentional practices like meditation or study, many others experience something else entirely. For them, a true spiritual awakening is a surrender, not a strategy. It's the soul's agenda hijacking the ego's carefully laid plans. Think of a seed buried deep in the earth. The seed doesn't decide to grow. It doesn't make a vision board for becoming a tree. It just responds to the right conditions: the rain, the sun, the soil. It awakens because it is its nature to do so. In the same way, your consciousness has a natural impulse to evolve. For years, or even lifetimes, your soul might seem dormant. But when the conditions of your life, often through immense pressure, pain, or change, create the perfect storm, that seed cracks open. And once it sprouts, you can't put it back. Psychologically, this process is often kicked off when our ego, the part of us that identifies with our name, our job, our story, can no longer sustain the illusions it's built. The awakening is the soul's way of calling you home, forcing you to shed the layers of who you thought you were to find who you truly are. It's a return to yourself, but first, it often requires a period of feeling profoundly disconnected from your old life. Section 3. The unmistakable knock. Common triggers and signs. So, if you can't always plan for it, how do you know it's happening? Often, the signs of an involuntary awakening feel like a life falling apart, not one coming together. The triggers themselves are often things we would never ask for. These awakenings are frequently sparked by major life events: the loss of a job, a painful divorce, a health crisis, or the deep grief of losing a loved one. These events act like a spiritual earthquake, shattering the foundations of your reality. They force you to look at the rubble and ask, what is actually real here? For others, it's a spontaneous combustion with no clear cause at all. Whether it's triggered or spontaneous, the signs that follow can be profoundly disorienting. You might experience a range of physical symptoms. Now, it's incredibly important to rule out any medical conditions with a doctor first. But many report things like deep fatigue as the body processes energetic shifts, or even unexplained buzzing or vibrating sensations. Your sleep patterns might change dramatically, with vivid dreams that feel more real than your waking life. Emotionally, it's a roller coaster. You may have waves of anxiety or depression, and old traumas you thought were long buried can resurface with a vengeance. There's often a heightened sensitivity to everything. You suddenly can't stand crowds, loud noises, or shallow conversations. You might feel a deep empathy, sensing the pain of others as if it's your own. This is often paired with a profound sense of being alone, because the people around you may not get the seismic shift happening inside you. You start craving meaning and purpose, and the goals that once drove you now feel hollow. Section 4. Navigating the storm, how to surrender, not fight. If any of this sounds familiar, your first instinct might be to fight it, to think you're having a breakdown. But what if it's not a breakdown, but a breakthrough? The most crucial step in navigating this is to stop fighting. It's to surrender. This is where simple practices become your anchor. Spending time in nature can help you feel grounded when everything else feels like it's floating away. Mindfulness and meditation aren't about stopping your thoughts. Good luck with that, but about observing them without judgment. This creates a little pocket of peace. Journaling is another powerful tool. Just getting the chaos out of your head and onto paper can help you see patterns and make sense of it all. This journey can lead you into what many call the dark night of the soul. This is a period where you might feel utterly lost and disconnected from everything. It's a stage of deep despair, but it's also where the old identity, the ego, really begins to loosen its grip. For many, this dismantling of the old self feels like dying, but it's actually the process of finding your true self. It's a necessary purification. During this time, please have compassion for yourself. You are not going crazy. Your body and mind are adjusting to a new level of awareness, and that is an exhausting process. This is not a path of perfection. It's a messy, human journey of becoming. Try to find others who have walked this path, a community or a guide who understands that this is a sacred, even if challenging, process. You don't have to do it alone. Section 5. The journey's purpose. From chaos to clarity. So, where is all this chaos leading? This involuntary, often tough, dismantling of your life is actually a sacred rebirth, and it follows a path, even when you can't see it. The initial shock and confusion eventually give way to a period of shifting perspectives. You start to question everything you once took for granted. This often leads to a stage of seeking where you actively search for answers. You might devour books on spirituality, explore different philosophies, or find teachers who just click. Over time, this seeking phase transitions into integration. This is the heart of the journey, where you learn to live in the world again, but with your new, expanded awareness. You learn how to balance your spiritual insights with the practical demands of being human. The journey often culminates in a call to service. Once you have navigated your own darkness and started to integrate your light, you may feel a natural pull to help others who are just beginning. Your pain becomes your purpose. Your greatest wounds become the source of your greatest gifts. This entire process, which may have begun without your permission, ultimately leads you to a more authentic, compassionate, and connected way of living. It leads you home. A spiritual awakening isn't always a personal development project. Sometimes, it is a force of nature moving through you. It may not ask for your permission, and it probably won't consult your calendar. It arrives when your soul is ready, not when your ego is comfortable. The journey is often confusing, isolating, and painful. But you are not breaking down. You are breaking open. You are shedding a skin that was never truly yours to begin with. Trust the process, even when it feels like a free fall. You are being guided, even in the darkness. And you are not alone in this. I'm genuinely curious to hear your story. When did you feel that first knock on the door? What was the trigger that you never saw coming? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could be the very thing that helps someone else feel a little less alone in their own dark night.
Karma. Understanding your secret life journey. What if your past isn't punishing you, but trying to wake you up? You're not cursed. You're not broken. You're being called. Called to understand the invisible threads shaping your life. The patterns, the pain, the déjà vu moments. They're not accidents. They're karma in motion. In this powerful and eye-opening guide, Karma, Understanding Your Secret Life Journey, reveals the hidden mechanics behind your struggles, your breakthroughs, and your soul's evolution. You'll uncover why certain people and problems keep reappearing in your life, How to break free from karmic loops that hold you back. The surprising way small, conscious choices can rewrite your destiny. How to align your actions with your soul's higher purpose. Blending ancient spiritual wisdom with practical tools for transformation. This book isn't just about karma. It's about reclaiming your power to create a meaningful, peaceful, and purpose-driven life. You're not here by accident. You're here to remember. Click the link below to instantly download your copy. Your journey begins now.